All right, so welcome back everybody to another video. This video is going to be about the first episode in a series where we are going to be reviewing the arcs of Gintama. In today's episode, we're going to be reviewing the Harusame arc, and it was pretty interesting for what it was, even though it's a little bit short than the other arcs in the series. But I'm going to be going through it a little bit, seeing what it's like, and giving my thoughts on it. Um, yeah, so first off, I would like to mention that I am using a notebook for the series, just so I can write points down and always have it with me. So, I guess, yeah. Um, so the first thing that I would like to mention, if you guys would like to check this out yourself, that this episode, it will be in episode 13 only, and if you were to check out the manga for it, it would be from chapter 12 to 14. So, yeah. So this arc starts off in a little bit of a funny way, where Kotaro, the Joishi, I believe, captain, which is old group where Gintoki used to be in, meaning they are friends back in the day. We will get into that a lot later, but maybe not in this episode of how they became friends and all of that, but maybe in a different arc. So he ends up going to the Odd Jobs building, aka the Yorozia, which is run by Gintoki, Jinpachi, and Kagura, the main characters. Um, he he finds Sadaharu at the door after trying to look for Gintoki, right? And Sadaharu is like, I'm just gonna, you know, I'm just gonna cut to the chase and then just bite his head. So that was pretty funny. Um, uh, with that, with that I just said, I believe Sadaharu likes to do that a lot, especially with Gintoki. So it is pretty funny when Sadaharu does that a lot. So. Alright, so the main job of this arc is to find Kimiko. So Kimiko is this girl who's not leading down the right path. She's doing a bit of drugs, and her father needs to look for her, and he says he wants the Odd Jobs group to do it. Um, they end up going to this bar to try and find her. They to no avail. They couldn't find her in there, so they're just about to leave until Kagura finds this one guy who sort of looks like her, even though he is pretty big and she's also pretty big in terms of size. So, um, yeah. So he ends up collapsing due to a drug overdose. So it wasn't really a good thing. But Gintoki, while in the bathroom of this bar, he's just doing his usual things, using the bathroom. And somebody knocks on the door, and he's like, "Oh, it's occupied." So, you're gonna want to use the next call. And then the person asks, "Oh, can I just have the usual?" And he's like, "What? The usual? I mean, it's pretty wet than usual. If you guys know what I'm talking about, since he's using the bathroom." Well, this person was not having it, and then he hears some other people coming inside the bathroom, and it turns out there's some blood going under the stall where he can see it seeping through. And now he opens the door, brings out his sword, Lake Toya, which you got from a school vacation, or trip, a school field trip, I should say, I believe. And he sort of just wants to know what's going on, and then he finds out it was Kimiko whose blood was coming out of the place or through the stall, and now the Harusame are now out to get her. Uh, one of the I believe the leader, Garuku, he was having a little bit of a joke moment where he got some of the pig blood of her. And since I believe she's somewhat of a pig, even though not to be rude, but like the way she looks, you can tell a little bit. But he got some pig blood, and then he was trying to wash it off. It was pretty funny. So now they start fighting in the bathroom while Shinpachi and Kagura they get caught, and now they're being taken by them. So yeah, now Gintoki and Kimiko they now get pushed out of the window, like they just have to jump off because they got attacked through the window. Yeah, and then now we get the scene cuts to a new place where Gintoki is holding somebody on his back and he's walking around all these skeletons and bodies. So he's like, hang in there. I'm gonna protect you. All this, you know. We're gonna make it through, you know. And then the bodies just start talking to him like, you can't save this person. What do you think you're doing? And stuff like all you care about is defeating enemies, killing people, like he's a bad person. So, and then now he sort of wakes up throughout the nightmare into Katsura's house, who was mentioned in the beginning of this episode, and he then explains that the drug that they're trying to traffic or give to all these people is the Tensei Kyo, which is Lord of Reincarnation in English. So maybe it's to reincarnate them into something. I don't know. But and he also learns that from Katsura that the Harusame space pirates are actually one of the largest or the largest crime syndicate in Gintama, the galaxy. So yeah, so now since Gintoki, his arm's not doing well, he just still decides to go and save his friends since they go on since they have them, and I guess it's time to go and save them. So, but Kasura, he goes to stop him and says, "Hey, I'll be your left arm. Don't worry. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna go and help you get them back." So now, uh, now that they are at the space pirate base or on the ship, I believe, Kasura, since his main weapon is technically, well, he does use a sword, but he likes to use bombs a lot, so he bombs the whole storage place, apparently, and uh, and they actually came in with disguises as pirates. And one recurring joke that I like to play on every time Gintoki and Katsura meet each other is like Katsura, no, Gintoki, he calls Katsura Zura. So um, and in the English, he would say, "My name's not Zura. My name is Katsura," right? But in this episode, since they are disguised as space pirates, he says, "My name's not Zura. My name is S- Space Captain Zura. Space Captain Katsura." I was about to say Zura again. Yeah. So. They ended up winning the battle in that place. So after some fighting, if you guys would like to check it out, it's in episode 13. Can't go into detail too much, but maybe we will for the further arcs, as you guys might be more interested in that. But we're more interested in what they're saying. So, or I guess what I'm more interested in. If you guys are more interested in the fights, I could talk about more about them. So. And I guess when they win, after saving Ginzoki, no, after saving uh, Shinpachi and Kagura, and they then ask him to carry them on his back, and then he does that to symbolize the burden that he feels that he has to protect them, you know. So as he was trying to protect that person earlier in his flashbacks slash nightmares. Yeah. All right, so I guess this is where the end of the arc ends, and I believe it's a good introduction, even though it's not what Gintama is really about. It's more like gag episodes, like a lot more funny stuff, but they do like to have serious arcs just to make the series a lot more engaging, you know? So, uh, I think I'm gonna end this off with a quote that was said, I believe, by Gintoki or Kasura, I don't know which one, but a person's existence is like bearing a heavy burden while moving forward on a long road. So, yeah, take that as you will. And I guess that's it for this episode. So thanks for watching, everybody. And make sure to leave a like, subscribe, leave notification bell on. So if you guys are interested in new uploads, I would like to do more of the series. So as you guys can see, there's a lot more sunlight coming in. So now you can see my face a little bit more. But yeah. So if you guys are more interested in the content, make sure to subscribe and I guess that's it for me. So thank you, everybody.